Hello everybody, welcome into the gardens. Today is Sunday, May the 15th, 2016. I thought we'd take a really quick look around. There's not a lot of excitement going on, a little bit going on in the soil gardens, but it's just a little update, keep with tradition, right? So let's start with the aquaponics that you can hear tinkling in the background and take it around from there. So all 10 goldfish are still doing fine despite the pH issues going on in the tank. I do have some changes to the plumbing I'm probably going to make in the coming week, but I haven't done those yet. Probably going to attach a 90 degree at the bottom of my standing drain and then split it out to the side a little bit so I can maybe pull up a little bit more of these solids. And I found a few more caps, so I'm thinking about maybe even putting a T here so I can get twice as much circulation in the tank. We'll see how that works out. Tried to give the fish a little food, but they're just not coming up today. For the most part, things in the actual grow bed are doing alright. Here's that wheatgrass that I've been trying to sprout, and here's the sunflower seeds that I've been trying to sprout. Now I have eaten a few of these, but it's taking far too long, in my opinion. Much like the drain, taking far too long. Trickle, trickle, trickle. Still don't have a proper solids filter in place, but that fish net seems to be catching quite a bit of it, so that'll do for now. So many radish sprouts in here. I ended up breaking a couple pieces off that one polar jewel honeyberry bush when I was out mowing the lawn last time, so figured I might as well plunk them in here, see if they'll root. It'd be nice to get a couple more of those bushes. But still pretty cold, still pretty early in the Manitoba garden season, so that's about it for the aquaponics right now. Here's that smoky Saskatoon that I planted. It seems to be doing alright. And that might even be the signs of berries, I'm not sure. Haven't gotten any berries from this thing yet, we just picked it up last year. That'd be nice too. Remember Saskatoon berries as a kid, and I used to just love those things. Saskatoon berry shakes, if I recall, were my favorite way to go. As of course the wind picks up and you can sort of see the gooseberry bouncing around here in the breeze. It's doing alright. Looking pretty good for a $4 bush. I have no idea what to look for signs of fruiting on here, but I'm sure I'll find out as time goes on. And over here the goji berries are still in their buckets, haven't planted them out yet, but if you take a close look you can see there is ample green starting on here. So they are not stressed out too bad. Might get some fruit. And behind it there we've got the black lace elderberry putting up some slightly stronger shoots. We'll see how it does. Got the framework laid out for the next patch of grass we're going to pull up here. I am going to try some lasagna no-till gardening stuff, but yeah, I'm also going to be pulling up a lot of grass for more traditional type gardens. Speaking of which, here is that first patch that I pulled up. Most of the peppers that I brought up, well, all of the peppers that I brought out are dead. Still nothing coming up in the peas here in the corner yet, or the purple kohlrabi, or the freak peppers, but if we look at the next row, the white kohlrabi has a few that are starting up in there, and here's the rest of those cherry bell radish seeds that I dumped into the aquaponics. Look at that, eh? Looking good, looking good. And beside that we have the white icicle radishes, long carrot looking things. Pretty cool, pretty exciting. And then beside that we've got some Swede turnips that are just starting to come up. So for next year I know turnips, radishes, kohlrabi, but that's it for this time of year. Oh, taking a closer look, see if I can get this on the camera. That is in the purple kohlrabi square. So that's exciting. So yeah, brassicas, things of that nature I can plant, but anything else, it's killing them to put them out. Got no signs of life in the carrots or the beets or much of anything else, except for that one kale way at the end. The Borealis Hascat berry bush is doing great, and over there beside it, the polar jewel that I knocked that one branch off of and broke into two pieces for the aquaponics is doing fantastic. There's been lots of bee activity around, so hopefully some of these blossoms will turn into fruit for me. We shall see. A lot of people around here are killing off all their dandelions, but we're just leaving them to grow in the yard because, you know, bee food, right? Come on, polar jewel. So here's a look at the red currant bush in that same row with the haskaps and the honeyberries. And I'm not entirely sure, but kind of looks like that bit of fuzziness right there might be the beginning of fruit. Wonderful. Glad to see these are doing so well. Those poor berry bushes got so punished with all the years they spent in the pails in their containers. It's really exciting to me to finally see them growing in the ground and, you know, having a healthy shot at a decent life. So let's go take a look at the pepper shrine, and I'll show you what's left of the green room, and you can see why I'm not as happy as usual today. Take a look at the rainwater collection here. We've had a couple of decent rains with all this cold weather. It's about there. So that's not bad. Should provide a few watering cans full at this point. So here's a look at the pepper shrine in the kitchen window here. For the most part, these are doing incredibly well. Everything has been doing much better since the application of neem oil. So for those of you who are having aphid problems like I was, get yourself some neem oil. I cannot be thankful enough to that one friend who brought me some of his. Look at this sweet heat. It's almost the same length as my thumb. Getting very nice. Several other pepper starts on this one. It's fantastic. We'll take a closer look at this probably in a separate video for the pepper shrine, but let's go upstairs and I'll show you what's left of the green room before we wrap this up. So I've done a little bit of reorganizing since last time we were up here. The shelves are all changed and such. Seems to work a little bit better with the lights and the few plants that I've got left though. So up here on the highest shelf by the flag, we've got mostly tomatoes, a couple of peppers tucked in here because that's what I do. Just underneath it, this is where all of my, well, these are the Aunt Molly's ground cherries, and then the rest of them are types of cucumber or zucchini. Got a couple of melon vines hanging down the side here. Sorry about the light there, that was terrible. Few of the surviving pepper plants here. There's a nice look at that mouse melon. But I think the moral of the story is that I really started things way too soon for where I currently live. And I shouldn't really plan on putting anything out before the 1st of June in future years, aside from maybe like radishes and such. But that's where I'm going to wrap it up today, guys. Thank you so much for spending a little time with me here on Sunday, May the 15th, checking out what's growing on in some of these different gardens. I'm really looking forward to expanding the gardens in the future, as I'm sure you're aware, and I'm really looking forward to warmer temperatures so I can take some of these plants outside. It has been a nightmare dealing with those aphids, but as I said, the neem oil really does seem to have kicked them in the bahookie. So many thanks for the neem oil to my good buddy here in town, and a wholehearted recommendation from me: if you're having problems with aphids, spend that money. He said it was like 30 bucks for the bottle, and it is worth it, worth every penny. So yeah, I'm going to wrap it up here. Thank you so much for joining me, everybody. I hope you have an absolutely wonderful week ahead. I will see you sometime during that week.